Hi guys, welcome. This is Pumulo here. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope you. My name is Pumi. I have a Facebook page, Views by Pumi. I usually share my political views on Zambia as we head to the general elections 2021 coming up pretty soon in August. So it's pretty hot in Zambia. There's a lot going on because I think this is the most sensitive election since we got independence in 1964. So I'll just give you a brief history. Zambia is one of the top 10 copper producing countries in the whole world. They are number 7. And besides copper, we also produce cobalt, zinc, gold, and other precious stones like emeralds. So we are one of the richest countries in the world. But the sad part is we are also one of the poorest countries in the world. So that's a brief introduction about Zambia. But what I wanted to talk about is one of the former ministers who's now in opposition. He went and accused the leading opposition president, HH in Zambia, of stealing money during the privatization process. So the privatization process is the government privatize all the government businesses in 1990. So they privatized them. So they sold them to foreign and local investors. So we have this minister who was a minister of finance actually during the privatization process, accusing a person who was a consultant at that time, but now a high contender for the office of presidency, to have stolen money. So my question is, all these people who were involved during that time, 30 years ago, they were all involved in the privatization. All of them got paid. Some of them, they got paid money legally. Some of them illegally, like HH, as we know him fondly. He was a consultant. He got paid. And today, I don't know, whatever money HH did, he is now a billionaire. So HH is a billionaire in Zambia, and he's running for the office of Zambian presidency. So my question is to Miss Edith Nawakwi is like, why now are you accusing HH? Because all of you had your cut. You had your money. You were paid to do your work. I know some of the money, it was stolen from the government, like the president who was in charge of actually the privatization process. Of the privatization process, he money. Is now deceased. President Chiluba, that he has money. He left money in European banks such as Switzerland as well as in the Cayman Islands, but because he didn't leave a will, that money is still sitting there. And that president came from my town, Ndola. The president came from Ndola. So people were taking buses, going to Ndola and coming back to Ndola with brown envelopes. Chiluba was known for his extravagance. He had suits, like you can go on Google and see Chiluba's suits and shoes, expensive clothing that he had. So these people, they all stole from the government, and some of them are dead, some of them are still alive. But now, fast forward 30 years to date, they are accusing a guy who was a consultant to be a thief. So I just wanted to say that, you know what, if you're a Christian, as Zambia as a Christian nation, we believe in the Bible, we believe in Jesus Christ, and there are 2 parables in the Bible. One parable is about the parable of talents, and the other one is about the sower. So for me, all these people attacking HH, I think it's just God revealing to us that this is the guy to lead us. because HH had access to money 30 years ago. And what he did, he invested that money. And now HH is a billionaire. He has companies where he is hiring a lot of people and they are being paid, serving the country because of his wisdom. He used his wisdom to invest money, and actually he's actually using his money to run the Zambian economy. Hi, Newton. So for me, I'm like, you know what? These people who are trying to bring this guy down, they're actually campaigning for him, because this guy took the money that he was paid, and he was very young. He's a very young guy. He's like 53. He's 53 or 54 now. So 30 years ago, he was just like in his early 20s. He took this money, he invested it, and we all know the power of compound interest. We know that money multiplies every 6 years. We know the rule of 72. Those are facts. So if you know how to work numbers, and he was a graduate, he went to school, he did economics, so he used his knowledge, whatever he learned from from university, he actually put it in practice. Actually, he was blessed, because he came from nothing, from a village. He went to school through a government scholarship and got the knowledge. And when whatever little money he got paid as a consultant, he invested it. Today, he's a billionaire. He has many companies in Zambia employing Zambians. But these people who were ministers at that time, 30 years ago, they are trying to bring him down and say he stole money. So that's my take on that. Then, coming to the second point, my second point is, since Zambia got independence 30 years ago, the mines have always been running. Even today, as I'm speaking right now, the mine shaft is going down. They're bringing copper up, is being exported. Copper bale sender from Zambia, Ileya, on trucks, on trailers, on train. Copper is going out of the country, but nobody's talking about that. So why to the paddy copper money that was stolen 30 years ago? But we are not talking about the current situations. Zambians, you need to wake up. These politicians, they are using us. They want to use us so that we don't vote for HH, and they let them keep them in power, and they continue stealing and robbing from us. Everything is in shambles, Kufipatala, takulimiti, if you go, you have seen like this week, so many horror stories. A young girl died 23 years because of lack of proper medical care, So many horror stories. But Zambia is a rich country. So for me, I just want the Zambians to wake up and stop being involved in this petty political fight among politicians. We should ask them to say, okay, this happened 30 years ago. What's happening to the money that is coming out, the money that you're getting from the sales of copper today? Where is the money going? Who's benefiting from that? Because we Zambians, we are not benefiting. We are not benefiting from any of that, Copper sobale imbabale sender copper is going. Every day. I saw a documentary last week. Zambia produced $6 billion worth of copper, I think in the year 2017 or 2018. $6 billion worth of copper. Dollars, not kwacha, was produced. And out of that 6 billion, Zambia only saw 50 million, So these are the questions we should be asking ourselves. Zambia, we have the money. Copper is being dug out of the country. Gold is being dug out of the country. But that money, we are not seeing it. When Zambia got independence, the pound was 1-on-1 with the kwacha. One pound, one British pound was Zambian kwacha. Zambia was rich. They had so much money in the reserve at Bank of Zambia. Where is all that money? No one talks about it. Where did all that money go? Like even when we got independence, 1964, today, the mines have been running every day. Wale Imba mine. Who is talking about the money that is coming from the mines every year? It's billions of US dollars every year. Copper is coming from the ground. So that's why I want to drive attention to Zambians. Shivukeni. Let's hold these people accountable and direct our anger to the right thing. If you attack HH, it's just a waste of time. They are just confusing us so that, again, we elect the same people to continue stealing. You know? This current government, always in my project, a bridge here, they're always building something. Hi, Alfred, there is always this and that. But you know what? Kofi patarata kuli miti. Last week I saw a PF card alia kuchipatala. Hello, I don't know, something went wrong. He was so mad. I saw Fuma send the card chako. Because they were not able to offer him the attention he needed. So pointy and chinga na ulwala. It doesn't matter you are PF, you are Lozi, you are Tonga, you are from the East. We all need medical care. And that's why we want our government to fund these hospitals. Ngatwalwala, we won't go sleep on a bridge over Kurire. I'm from Kabwe. My mother was in Kabwe. My brother Wandi, I saw Wala brother Wandi, he was on his deathbed. Alifa. 2010, my brother died. But he was Kukawe General Hospital. But my mother said, my mother used to carry hot water on her head. From Poland Township, ngatabakwa tempia ya taxi. Kusenda meshaya kabapa mtokuya mkusambo mwana wawo in a hospital. Can you imagine that? Like and all those things are the things we had. Elonale kulaine in the 80s, running water in the house 24/7, ama light 24/7 twale kwata. Fyo sefe badi ona ola takuri. You know, things are not right for a rich country. No, we have to say no. We have to stand up. Youth, I know, Alfred, you are there. Mletamba, Benson, please. If you are youth, iminini, rise up and go. Fight for our country. There is no reason why Lusaka should not be like you know, Hong Kong. Because Hong Kong, China is one of the top producers of copper too. You look at a small city in China today, it can't even compare to any city. China has come back from nothing. China Valikula in their last 30 years, China has turned around to become a superpower and even coming to buy land in Zambia. So that's another thing that I want to warn Zambians, because copper kudianomba badishama maini. I don't know what kind of arrangements bashtisha in their privatization, because we are seeing like that documentary, only $50 million US came back to Zambia. So which means what kind of deals did they sign to sell these mines? And those deals have to be renegotiated. There is no way that now kwatebala, elo wachita hire people, kulima pebala diobe. Elo at the end of it all, yo wemwine webala, washara na zero, bakupela pocket change. Elo samba dule tefe investi, elo send the lion's share of your produce. That is a wrong picture, and we have to fix it. We have to fix it. There is no way investors can be getting out of $6 billion to Wapanga. It's our country, it's our copper, and my investors will send a $5.5 billion US if I to ashara na 50 million. Math to add up. So if you're taking that money, who negotiated that deal? Or is there's something that we are missing? Paripazo impia shimbishiria muma accounts yabantu. Some of the money is going into private people's accounts and not going to central bank. And this is why I like social media, because all these things we can share, break it down to the people. You digest it for Nalanda. You can go share with your friends and families. Chula, we don't need to be suffering. No Zambian need to be suffering. In fact, Zambia is rich enough. Ukubika every Zambian on payre. Nga tula afe mkupoka fiaka unda wale tupela makuponi ya bunga. Tuwa mkula fola. Tuwale follow bunga. My parents, tuwale tum. You know? We got essential ama coupon for essential goods. We used to get them when I was young. In that can happen now because the value of copper lichita double. If in fact triple. But we are not seeing the benefit, you know. So that's why I said HH is the person to lead Zambia, because once these politicians on the scene, they had their chance. God gave them talents equally. In fact, Haka in the adequate less talent because he was at the bottom and a consultant. But because of his wisdom, he used that talent, and look at him, he's a billionaire. So God is telling us, this is the right person to lead us. If he comes, he won't steal from us. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is the firing of Bank of Zambia. So last week there was a commotion where the Bank of Zambia chairman has been fired. But you know what? He'll be getting a pay until 2023. All his benefits, he won't miss out. He will not miss out. So, again, Amazambi and Sule Chula, teachers have no salaries, civil servants, no salaries, Wakapokola, everything is a big mess. We need to change this government. They have to go because they are not for the people. They are just working for their pocket. We need patriotic Zambians in office. That's why I'm proud of people like Lily. Keep it up. You are young, you are out there in the field, changing people's minds, showing them the right way. Chela Tukuta is out there in Bembaland, Adikwa campaigning, fighting against tribalism. That's what we need. You know? We have to be united. And the enemies, the politicians, who are benefiting at our expense. Tulechula. You know? Even if me, I have everything, but majority of the Zambians have nothing, it's the same as me not having anything. Because I'm at pains. You know? I'm at pain seeing my people struggling to buy a loaf of bread, people substituting meals, like, you know what, they only have 1 meal a day. You know, some 0. So it's so sad. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Guys, let's not be distracted about these politicians. HH has proved that he can lead the country. From the small amount of money he had, he invested it, is now a billionaire. The rest of them squandered their money. So in fact, they are campaigning for him. So in ending, Zambians, all I can say is wake up. Some of these people, they are thinking they are campaigning against HH. They are actually campaigning for HH, because now we are sitting down and thinking, and then we are, you know, evaluating everything to say if they were there, then, you know, these were the people in government. How can you turn around and point a finger at somebody you hired to do a job to say he stole from you when he was a nobody? And now, because he used his little money that you gave him to make money, he's a thief. So that's all I had to say, guys. Share my video, share your opinions. Let's talk about this. We need to sensitize our families back home, because Zambia, you know, it's a beautiful country. It's a rich country. We need patriotic Zambians. We need to stand up. We need to talk about these things. We need to talk about these things, and we need to fix them. You know, if Bali is not the one for us, then there's 18 million people in Zambia. We can't be lacking of someone patriotic who can lead us. You know, somebody young and with the right qualifications. Somebody not looking to go and make money. Somebody looking to serve the people. That's what we want. So I wish you a good night, and thanks for watching. Please share. I'll see you next week. We'll talk about whatever will be trending. Have a good night, and God bless you. Bye.